How's it going, everybody? So, this is going to be my MLB Playoff Predictions, and today is Sunday. It's like late Sunday night. So, the season just ended today, and the last couple of wildcard teams got their spots. I think San Francisco got their wild card spot today, and who was it? Baltimore and Toronto both got their wild card spots because Detroit lost, so Detroit didn't get their wildcard spot. My team isn't in it, so I honestly didn't really care. I will watch some of the playoff games, but not many because I've got work and school. But this is just gonna be my playoff predictions. So for the wild card games for the AL, we got Baltimore versus Toronto, and it's in Toronto, so. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think Baltimore would win in the end. I think they have a more solid team than Toronto does. Toronto relies a lot on their offense, but Baltimore's got an all-around good team. So I think Baltimore's going to win it, move on to the ALDS, and they would go to Texas, since I think Texas got the number 1 seed, so they would go on to Texas. San Francisco against the New York Mets. I think San Francisco is going to win. I know everybody's saying that it's an even year, and the Giants usually win on even years. The last 3 even years. But I think as a Diamondbacks fan, I see a lot of San Francisco. I do see like a lot of New York Mets games, but I think San Francisco's got the better team overall, so I think San Francisco wins that game, and they would move on to where would they move on to? They would move on to Chicago as the number 1 seed. So then we move into the divisional round, and we've got Boston versus Cleveland. I don't really care for either team, but I live in Goodyear, Arizona, so I do have Cleveland right out here, just I think like 2 miles down the street from my house for spring training. We've got Cleveland and Cincinnati out here, but I like to go see more of the Cleveland games when they're out in spring training. But I've got Cleveland in 4 in that series. I think Cleveland is just really, really good. Boston will win 1 game, obviously, because it's division round is 3 out of 5. You have to win 3 out of 5. So I've got Cleveland winning that series. Baltimore versus Texas. I've got Texas. Texas had the best record in the American League. I used to watch a lot of Angels games, so I'd be able to see a lot of Texas. But so I've got Texas winning that series in 5. This one pains me to say, but I've got the Dodgers over the Nationals. The Nationals are a really good team, but I think the Dodgers are better. The Dodgers spend a lot of money on players, and as much as I hate them, I just think that they've got the better team, and I have them winning in 4 games. And then I've got Chicago beating San Francisco, sweeping San Francisco in 3 games. Chicago has been really, really good this year, so I think I don't know how they did against San Francisco, but Chicago I think was the only team that got over 100 wins this season, so I think they're going to have a lot of momentum going into the playoffs, so I think that's going to carry over, and that's going to push them through and beat San Francisco. So into the NL and ALCS. In the ALCS, it would be Cleveland against Texas. I've got Texas in 6 games. Both teams are really good. I honestly don't know why I picked Texas, but I think Texas has just got better pitching than Cleveland does. Cleveland does have great pitching, but I think Texas is going to win. Dodgers against the Cubs. I've got the Cubs in 7. I think that's going to be a really, really good series. Both teams are really good. They have a lot of star power, but I think Chicago is going to win Game 7. I think Chris Bryant will probably have a great game, and so will Anthony Rizzo, if they don't get hurt or anything. But I've got Chicago against Texas in the World Series, and I've got Chicago winning their first World Series in forever, like 100 something years. First one since 1908, I believe. But yeah, I've got Chicago winning their first World Series since then. I got that going 5 games, so 4-1 would be the final in that series. MVP, I'm gonna go with Anthony Rizzo, just because Anthony Rizzo is a beast and he is really, really talented. I would go with Chris Bryant, but I think Anthony Rizzo is the better player overall, and I think he's going to really push Chicago through the playoffs. So there we have it. That's my MLB playoff predictions, and hopefully I get them right. I've never really been good at playoff predictions, but these ones, I think Chicago's got the World Series wrapped up already. I just don't see anybody really standing in their way. So there we have it. There's my MLB playoff predictions. I will see you guys probably tomorrow with my NFL Week 5 predictions. So far this week it has not been so good, so hopefully the Monday night game tomorrow will push me ahead. So I will see you guys then. Have a great night. Bye-bye.